Morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Paris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Good morning, Byron. What's happening? And good morning, Jermaine. How are you?
Morning, sir. Great.
Everybody doing all right?
Everybody doing great.
We got So I want to welcome everybody to the program today. It's Throwback Thursday, so we do have some trivia we're going to do a little bit later on in the program. This morning, we're going to be doing covered songs. Oh, man, so we should have some fun with that. We're joined online by, God, what happened to my voice? I sound like a radio guy. We're joined online by Miss Victoria Roel. Good morning. Am I pronouncing your last name, Roel?
Good morning. Growl like vowel, but that's fine.
Rowl like vowel.
Yeah.
How
are you this morning?
I'm doing well. I just saw you in a movie 2 days ago, one of my favorite political movies of all time, The Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Eddie Murphy. And you know, my dear friend Cheryl Lee Ralph and I are conspiring to get Eddie to do the remake with us. In fact, I saw Eddie last year and I said, Eddie, let's do it.
I am Inga from Sweden. I had a chance to interview Miss Ralph, and it was so hard not to do that. But yeah, that was one of my great political films in terms of what it was. It's really underrated.
Right.
But I tell
and how appropriate right now,
especially now, yeah, how timely it is. And you know, you go back with my grandmother because her story was The Young and the Restless.
All right, then.
That was her story. You could not call, here Midwest time, could not call my grandmother at 11 o'clock. She said, baby, you know my stories.
That's right. Don't call, don't visit. You know, we had a fabulous book signing last night at the book joint. And one of your colleagues was there. But people wanted to share stories about their own experience with the stories. And Young and the Restless and Drusilla. And I have to say, people have been showing up at the Jason's Lyric play, especially after the show. I come out and sign programs and my memoir, etc. And so much of the audience are Y&R fans. So I really appreciate the fan base always being supportive.
You're born in Maine. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. It's very interesting because you do a lot of work around how your childhood experiences, right?
Well, I've done a lot of work. I've never left my foster care community. I was in foster care for 18 years. In fact, I invited Tiffany Haddish to our performance recently in Detroit. And Tiffany had 2 sold-out shows, but she made time to support her alum. We're one of over 9 million adult alums from foster care, and I appreciated her coming out. But yes, I advocate for foster care and adoption. May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. And of course, my memoir, The Women Who Raised Me, really drills down on positive foster care experiences, and not only foster parents, but my teachers, my ballet teachers, my mentors. It all makes a difference, and it does take a village. So it's an homage. The memoir is an homage to the people that, sacrificed and shared their families. Because, it is not an easy job when you already have children, family, and then you're making more space for someone else. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to write the book as a thank you to these incredible women in particular. There were men too, obviously, but I wanted to dedicate The Women Who Raised Me, which is a New York Times bestseller, which has been relaunched as of March 5th. So go to wordy.com, WORDEEE.com. And the republishing is by a Black publisher, Marva Allen. And you will not be disappointed. You can also go to Amazon, but I'm just saying, The Women Who Raised Me.
What attracted you to Jason's Lyrics?
Oh, my God. Let me tell you, the role of Gloria epitomizes so many women and so many experiences, not only in the United States. It is about a strong mother who had a happy family, and due to the ravages of war, her man, the father of her children, comes back decimated from post-traumatic stress disorder. And we see Gloria struggle to hold on to her family, to continue working at her job, which is working at a restaurant, Frenchie's is a restaurant, getting a job for one of her sons. It's about dreams deferred, and it's just about a love lost. It's a love story. Jason's Lyric is a generational love story, make no mistake. Though we're dealing with heavy circumstances, gun violence, domestic violence, war, and it is so relatable right now, it's not even funny. So I was drawn to the role when Jacarius Entertainment offered me the role. I was not only, I felt very connected to the role. I knew that woman. One of the women who raised me was Gloria. But I also had an opportunity to go back into my ballet roots, my American Ballet Theater roots, and I perform a solo within the show. And just to get rooted back into theater was so exciting for me, because that's where I started, in New York City, in theater, on the stage. So many things. I love being with the ensemble. Eva Marcel and Alan Payne are leading actors. They're phenomenal, along with Tyron Turner, Larry Jacobs, Kay Michelle, Tretch. I mean, the cast is all stars. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was in what I had taken away from Jason Lyric. Everyone was obviously in the movie. A lot. I worked in a female-dominated environment, so the love relationship between Alan Payne and Jada Pinkett was the focus. But what I really kind of focused on was the dynamics between the brothers, right?
Yeah,
and how real our sibling relationships are, right? The first homicide is Cain and Abel, so that dynamic was really. So you talk about that. You talk about a mom trying to keep her family together. And we know with African-American families, it has always been, we've all experienced a level of trauma for a lot of different reasons, right?
Well, every family, not just a Black family, but every family, yes.
Yeah, I heard there was a guy many years ago, he was from the Clark Foundation, and he said, families are dysfunctional at least a third of the time. And as much as we try to go out and put this presentation that everything is okay, but behind closed doors, there's a lot of dysfunction that happens. And I think, isn't that human?
It's life. It's life. And it's not, specific to any group. It's every family has to deal with the circumstances that are dealt to them. But I am so excited about our ensemble of Jason's Lyric visiting Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have a performance tonight at the Miller High Life Theater. We have an 8 p.m. curtain, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it's September.
And we still have tickets available. We're in Chicago right now, but we will be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin tonight for a performance, exciting performance. I'm excited about being in that theater. And we hope that people will enjoy the show. We certainly enjoy bringing it to the people.
I received a text, and the text says, "Please tell her to come back so she can beat Phyllis's butt."
You know what? I'm waiting for someone in the audience to yell out Drusilla when I come on stage. A lot of people don't recognize me when I first step out on stage in the afro.
Right.
And then later, and they're trying to figure out, and then they realize it's they either refer to me as Victoria or Drusilla. But I answer to both, by the way. But you know what? I just love my daytime audience because, let me be clear, so much of that audience put me on the New York Times bestseller list. They watch my Christmas movies, whether I'm directing or producing them or in them. They follow me on in film. I was doing a movie with a series with Sky P. Marshall, who now stars on the new Matlock CBS. We did Good Sam together, also starring Edwin Hodge. And I just appreciate my audience because they're so loyal, whether it's daytime or my primetime murder mystery series with Dick Van Dyke. That audience follows me everywhere. So I understand the currency in that, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate them.
Well, thank you. And thank you for taking a few moments with us, Miss Victoria Rowell. She is in the play Jason's Lyric, which will happening today down at the Miller Highlight Theater. Tickets are still available. Man, I really appreciate it. Man, I would not have thought watching that movie 2 days ago that I'd end up interviewing you today. So, wow, look at life.
Well, let me just say this. Everything comes at its appointed time. And thank you for this interview. I want to encourage our listeners to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Victoria Rowell, Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Victoria Rowell of the play Jason's Lyrics, which is playing this evening at 7:30 at the Miller Highlight Theater. Tickets are still available. So we encourage folks to get out this evening to see the play. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Also, I'll wait on that one. Yeah, I just watched Distinguished Gentleman. It's one of my favorite political movies, man. There's movies up there that, but if you haven't had a chance to see it, it really talks about, but just a lot. There's a lot in that movie, and she's right. If you watch it, you see a lot of contemporaneous kind of comparisons that can be had, and so certainly Distinguished Gentleman. I think when she came to Young and the Restless at that point, because that used to be also my story too. Young and the Restless.
So is that the one they used to have like Stefan?
No, Stefan was Days of Our Lives.
Oh, that was okay. So
I think
that was my joint.
Yeah, but no, that's Victor Newman.
Yeah, because
Victor Newman and Nikki.
Because at first, man, it was real good, and then it started turning crazy. Like, so I stopped watching it after a while because I used to rush home at 12 o'clock just to watch.
Oh, it started off so crazy, because Nikki was underage when she was kicking it with Victor Newman. Yeah. So we got a statutory thing going on. Yeah. And then she got pregnant by Victor Newman. But here's something I didn't know. He had a vasectomy, but the vasectomy didn't take. So that's how he ended up getting Nikki pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That part. Yeah, that used to be my show.
I had you, and this is part of why I wanted to do covers and talk about different covers. But yesterday, Michelle on her program was talking about hearing a Stevie Wonder song that was covered. Yeah. And so I got to thinking, but no, man, at 7:09 this morning, y'all had me rolling because when you were talking about the about these songs, and then and D-Ball did the disclaimer. He said it might not be appropriate.
he did tell us.
First time you went down and
get it from the back.
Get it from the back. I was going like, okay, those are not G songs, G-rated songs. Yeah. So let me thank Michelle for covering for me yesterday. I appreciate that. Appreciate her. Man, as always, I didn't get a chance to listen to the program because I was in a meeting. But it was and you guys laugh at me for watching Young and the Restless. Yeah, that's right. George does watch the Young. He still watches the Young and the Restless.
Hey, George, don't feel bad because I used to watch Days of Our Lives, man. That was my joint, man. I would rush home because it came on at 12 o'clock, right?
11. Was it 11 or 12? It could have been. It was in the morning.
I think it was. Yeah, because I used to rush home. whatever time it was, I used to rush home and watch it, and it was so intriguing until it started turning stupid, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out of it.
All right. So, and let me, Tuesday, I was the MC at the Urban Wellness luncheon that Ascension, Wisconsin had down at Thrive on King Drive. I don't know if you've been in that building yet.
Never.
It's incredible, man.
Is it?
Yeah, just what we were able to see. And so let me shout out the good folks there, Mr. Greg Wesley, the Milwaukee Foundation. He was one of the speakers at the event. Oh man, we had an enormous number of ministers and pastors who work around this whole issue of better health for the beloved community. So got a chance to interact and mingle with some great preachers. And then, of course, there was me. And they also honored Bishop Jonathan Saffold of the Ebenezer Church of God in Christ. This man has done so much work in this community that is so quietly. And it was good that he got his flowers, you know, why he could yet smell them, you know, and be able to honor him. But the work that he has done, that church has done, and certainly the work that Ascension is doing in terms of urban health and urban wellness, and particularly, you know, mind, body, and soul. And so I think it's important for churches to, you know, to involve themselves in this because it's important. All right, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. When we get back, we're going to be inside. I'm going to play something for you, and then we'll get into that little piece that we're going to do in terms of covered songs. You listen to Community Voice. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
AM and 106.5 FM with your host, Keith Paris.
All right, welcome back to Community Voice. And we didn't get a chance, I don't know if this is covered, but I want to play something for you and see what your reaction is.
In today's handoff to Joe and Erica, a little boy in Racine County, Wisconsin was so upset after his mom ate his ice cream that he called police. Listen to the call the 4-year-old made to 911.
Hello, this is Racine County 911. What's the address of your emergency?
My mom is being bad.
The confused dispatcher finally gets a hold of Mom, who certainly has her hands full.
Hi, what's going on over there?
Oh, this little one got the phone, and he's 4.
Okay.
And we're trying to catch him because he said he was going to call 911. And I just told her to put her to jail. So leave me alone.
I ate his ice cream, so that's probably why he's calling 911.
Can you forgive Mom?
Okay.
When officers went to the home, the boy told them he did change his mind about sending his mom to jail. Police then returned the next day with a surprise delivery. Lots of ice cream.
Oh, he was serious. You
I
could hear it
know.
in his voice.
Well, as a 4-year-old, that's a felony. Eating my ice cream.
Oh, absolutely. Really high up there.
He's smart, though. He knows how to pick up the phone.
He does.
Thanks, Marie.
Thank you.
How many people have threatened to call the police on their mamas? Monique told the joke, though. She said that her daughter was tripping. She said, that's all right. I'm going to call the police. And Monique said, B, you got to get to the phone.
I know that's right.
Oh, boy said, take my mama to jail.
My mama to jail.
Take my mama to jail messing with his ice cream. Oh, my God.
Boy.
And I'm telling you, only because it has so much media coverage, the only reason why he ain't in Children's Hospital right now.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell you.
Because if ooh,
that cat would have been
oh, man, it would have been. But because of all the media attention,
yeah.
you know, he was like, take my mama to jail.
Boy, he'd have been in every corner of the house on timeout.
My mother had a threat back in the day when we used to have the emergency room downtown.
Listen here, man.
My mother would go, 2 of us going downtown. One's going to the hospital, one's going to jail. You figure out who's who.
Listen here, man. If you had a tree in your backyard, you knew them switches was coming off that tree. So,
we've had discussions around this whole corporal punishment piece. I'm not, I've taken 1 or 2. I'd like to believe that there were other things that my mom fed into me, and that it wasn't necessarily, as we say in our vernacular, the whoopings that we got. There's some who argue that a lot of our discipline is handed down from enslavement, where that's what happened. So I don't know. I mean, I was coming, where was I going? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I don't know where I was going. Yesterday evening or either Monday, but I looked over and the car next to me, I saw this woman talking to her little girl. It must have been something about her homework because I could see mom with the paperweight at a stoplight.
yeah.
And then I don't know if the little girl said something, but I could see mom just on a leash. I couldn't hear it, but I could see it.
Yeah.
And then I saw the little girl, you really, now you heard, she just dropped her head.
Yeah.
Her mama wore her out. So I
She's
don't know what
supposed to.
she said to her that she wore her out. But yeah, she definitely wore her out. So
Listen here, man. I'm grateful for the things that I went through when I was younger because it really, really, really shaped me. Like it's stuff I don't do now because of it was instilled in me.
Yep.
And I'm grateful, man.
all right, phone lines open. Y'all wake up. 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. I don't know if Byron can participate in this. I don't know because he's a rather young man. Some of these song references are going to be actually from the 20th century. Man.
Wow.
So let's start off with an easy one. All right. This Niles Rodgers Bernard Edwards song was used by the Sugar Hill Gang. This Niles Rodgers Bernard Edwards song was used by the Sugar Hill Gang. 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. This basically chic song, because that's Niles Rodgers. And Bernard Edwards, man, that dude, Bernard Edwards could play the zone,
Yes,
play the
sir.
bass, dude.
Yes, sir. He was excellent music.
Yeah, so this Sugar Hill Gang song, Byron, you know this one? Do you know, have you heard of Sugar Hill Gang?
Yeah, I heard of them.
And if you heard of Sugar Hill Gang, did you know any songs that Sugar Hill Gang did?
Not one.
Not one.
Nope.
Not a one.
Mm-mm.
Nathan. Nada.
Zip.
Zip it there.
All right. 414-444-5250. Mr. Rideout? No.
Did they do Jungle Bunny?
Oh
Jungle
my
Boogie?
God.
No. Sugar Hill Gang, right?
Yeah, hold on. We got a caller. Oh, man.
Let's see. Hold on.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
That is not what I called for, but I'll try and answer the question.
All right. Take us off speaker. All right. Go ahead and answer the question. Bring it down a little.
I think it's a good time.
Yes, that's correct. Good time.
Good time. Oh, man.
And they didn't sample the song.
At all.
They stole the whole song. The whole
You know what I called for?
What'd you call for, man?
How were we scared of our parents and teachers, and these kids ain't?
I think there are kids out there. I think many of the kids are.
No.
I don't see it.
I don't see it at all.
Yeah, don't take, like I said, I saw that little girl in the car with her mama, and it was obvious what was going on there.
Well, that's because
That's probably a rarity.
Yeah, and that's probably because her mother is constantly installing discipline. But some of these kids now and teenagers now that you see wilding out, you out 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, and you doing crazy stuff.
Yelling cars like crazy, man.
Yeah, just doing
Right
all
out.
type of wild
If
stuff.
we
Is
even
crazy.
thought about bringing something stolen home, you was going, kids
Man,
bring
a
stolen stuff
pencil,
home now, and
chips, if you
know,
stole
my
an
parents
eraser,
told me, this ain't your room, this my room.
Yep. Open that
Ain't your
door.
room, what you talking about?
Yep.
These my drawers, this my room.
Yeah, yeah.
You lucky you live in here.
You right.
But I think
You got another
probably
one for me, Keith?
our parents took a little bit more off of us than their parents took off of them.
Yeah.
I think every generation you have a tendency, but I mean, I think we should be careful to understand that there are many parents out there doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And
You think we made a mistake? Because the rule at my house was, first I'm gonna talk to you, then I'm gonna punishment, take something away from you, and I forgot what the third one I used to use, but the fourth was a whooping. That was always last. Like sometimes I think even my grandkids deserve a spanking. Sometimes I don't spank because I don't want to see that pain and hurt on them. But maybe that's our fault.
Yeah, because I would rather see it now while they're younger than to see it when they're older and you got to deal with court cases and you got to deal with all type of other stuff that's going to hurt you and hurt the family because you didn't put your foot down when they was younger, running around being wild, and you just, they just kid let them play, and they running through the store knocking chips all over the place and all that other wild
so
stuff.
I guess I have to ask the question then, and this is probably
You got another one for me, Keith?
yeah. And then let me kind of throw this in. I can remember about 5 classrooms full of people in Special C when I was in junior high school.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. I'm just saying, I think we always say the generation behind us is always the worst generation behind us, but that's been a generational critique since there's been generations, right?
Yeah.
All right. This Seals and Crofts song was covered by the Isley Brothers. This Seals and Crofts song was covered by the Isley Brothers.
You got me on that one. You got me on that one.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
No, don't run. Don't run. You might have the answer. It was on the 3+3 album done in 1974.
Oh, one of my favorite Isley Brother albums, too. Oh, man, I cover the album. Oh, my. I don't know. Now, I can see the album in my mind's eye, too. Black album with the front on it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you know the guitar player, their brother-in-law just passed away?
Yep.
I don't know if you got me on 2 in a row. I thought I was a musical genius, too.
Okay, Summer Breeze.
Summer Breeze.
Summer breeze, make me
Summer
feel
breeze.
fine.
All right, man.
All right. Appreciate
bless
you.
y'all.
Okay. This Brenda Russell song was covered by Luther Vandross. This Brenda Russell song was covered by Luther Vandross. No one. 414-444-5250. Oh, got a caller. Caller, welcome to the program.
Did you get the answer to the Isley Brothers?
What was the answer?
Summer Breeze.
Yes, sir. All right. Did you
please send my Mercedes Benz.
Oh no, you can earn the Benz on this. The keys are on the way if you give me the answer to this one. This Brenda Russell song was covered by Luther Vandross.
Brenda Russell.
Yes. She wrote the song.
Russell.
But it was covered by Luther.
Yeah, you got me there, brother.
Oh man, you just missed your Benz, dude.
Ciao, fellas.
All right, appreciate you. This Brenda Russell song was covered by Luther Vandross. If Only for One Night. One of Luther's bigger hits, If Only One Night. You might know this one, Byron. This Stevie Wonder song was used by Coolio. This Brenda Russell song was used by Coolio.
That's still over my head.
Oh my God, man. Okay. Oh. No. No, I got another one though. That's Kendrick Lamar. This this Brenda Russell song was covered by Luther Vandross.
Luther Vandross.
If Only
For a Night.
Yes, that's a Brenda Russell song.
Is it? So she's the original artist.
She's the original writer and artist. That's right.
Oh wow. Man, you got all these hard ones today.
This Smokey Robinson song was covered by the Jackson 5. This Smokey Robinson song was covered by the Jackson 5.
I know that we just talked about that.
Matter of fact, Smokey said sang it better than him and the Miracles. This Smokey Robinson song.
Hold on.
This Smokey Robinson song was covered by the Jackson 5. Oh, he Googling it. This Smokey Robinson song was covered by the Jackson 5.
I knew it was that. I ain't gonna
What'd you say?
Who's Loving You?
Who's Loving You? That's absolutely correct.
I couldn't think of
All right, Byron, you might know this one, man. You know the group Troop?
Nope.
Oh,
No,
man.
Byron like 14 years old, man.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, then I won't do that one. But yeah, Smokey Robinson wrote "Who's Loving You" was recorded by Smokey and the Miracles, but it was a bigger hit when the Jackson 5 did it. Yeah. This is an easy one. This Dolly Parton song was covered by Whitney Houston.
Oh, that's easy.
This Dolly Parton song was covered by Whitney Houston. one of her biggest hits. This Dolly Parton song was covered by Whitney Houston.
I ain't gonna answer. I'm gonna let them call in.
This part, come on. No,
Is it the greatest?
no, that was George Benson.
Oh wait, then it was I Believe the Children. No, Dolly.
This Dolly Parton song was covered by Whitney Houston. Actually, a bigger hit for Whitney than it was for
it ain't
Dolly.
the greatest love of all.
Not the greatest love of all. That's George Benson.
George Benson. It ain't I Believe the Children of the Future, is it?
No, that's the greatest love of all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, got a caller.
All right.
Caller, welcome to the program.
No, don't welcome me, man. I'm really disappointed in Jermaine and Byron both.
I can't figure it out.
Not knowing. It's got to be, and I will always love you.
That's
Dolly
correct,
Parton, man.
That's correct. I will
So
always
I got
love
the
you.
greatest love of all mixed up with I
will always love you. Right.
Yeah, because they all feel the same.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a musician stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You good? You want another one, man?
Yeah. Give me one. Let me see what I'm working with this morning.
Okay. This Lionel Richie song was covered by Kenny Rogers.
I'm out.
Lionel Richie covered by Kenny.
And then Lionel did it. Lionel also did it.
And this is Lionel as a solo artist, right?
Yep.
Dancing on the Ceiling?
No, it ain't gonna be nothing like that. You got me on that one. You actually stumped me on that one. I'm trying to think of Lionel's solo era because he did some stuff with Alabama. He was kind of going a little goofy there. Where he was doing country.
Oh yeah, he was
stuff.
always doing a little country. Yep. Lady.
Yeah.
Lady.
Yeah, lady.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
okay, you got me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks. I'm
I
out.
appreciate it.
All right.
Lady. Yeah, that was short.
This Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn recorded this Marvin Gaye song. It's a duet. Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn recorded this Marvin Gaye song.
Ain't no mountain high enough?
No, that was Asher Simpson.
And it was a Marvin Gaye duet song.
It's Marvin Gaye duet song.
Wow. That's a good question. Well,
Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn recorded this Marvin Gaye song, this duet.
when all else fails.
That's
Thank
what I'm
you.
talking.
Hold
What
on,
you know
man.
about? How you know about that?
Oh, hold on, man. He get all
Is
the
his mic
sound
on? Is his mic
Yeah,
on?
he get all the sound effects.
Good job.
He get all the sound effects.
Yeah, originally recorded by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. If This World Was Mine.
Wow.
Okay.
If this world were mine. See, you gotta make that face when you sing that. If this world.
Did we do this Stevie Wonder song was used by Coolio?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Okay.
What?
This Stevie Wonder song was used by Coolio.
It ain't Fantastic Voice, is it? Coolio. That's the only song I can remember from Coolio's Fantastic Voice.
Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't really a Coolio fan.
Oh, okay, but I know this was a big hit for him. Gangster's Paradise.
Oh, Gangster's Paradise, yeah.
Which was the song, the Stevie song was Fool's Paradise.
Really? Yeah. I didn't make the call. Listen
to it.
Now that you say it, yeah.
Yeah. Gangster's Paradise. That's Coolio.
Gangster's Paradise.
We got that. We got that one. We did Brenda Russell. Okay. This is one of my favorite songs of all time, so that's how it made the list. This Linda Creed, Tom Bell song was covered by both the Stylistics and Phyllis Hyman. This Linda Creed, Tom Bell song was covered by both the Stylistics and Phyllis Hyman.
I know it, but I'm.
Don't know this one, Byron?
Is it Don't make me feel brand new?
No.
That's not it?
Stylistics did do that. Come on, man. This is the one. This is the one when you fall in love. This is the one. If I could, I'd catch a falling star to shine on you. So
Is it
I
Bet You By Golly?
Bet You By Golly.
Bet You By Golly. Why? Woo!
Yeah, Phyllis Hyman did it on Starship with Norman Connors. Yeah.
Oh, that was my joint.
And of course, the Stylistics, they had dropped that back in. Yep. Linda Creed, though, was a great songwriter.
Man,
boy, people don't give
she had an excellent
her. Yep. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. You can do, all you have to do is get one of these. Twist and Shout was covered by these artists. And I found out that the guy who wrote it was with the Righteous Brothers. So, is it Phil Medley? I think that's his name, Medley. Bill Medley.
Feel something, yeah.
It's Medley. Okay. Twist and Shout was covered by these artists. And all you have to do is give me one. There's three that we know of where they had, two of them had real big hits. All right. Why don't you call in, brother? 414-444-5250. Don't text me. Call me. 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. Twist and Shout was covered by more than three, but three groups. Someone did text me with one of the answers, but man, you can call 414-444-5253. Call 414-444-5253. Get the answer. I should have some giveaways today for this.
Yeah. Some candy up front, we can just give away some candy.
Okay. Here we got a caller. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Isley Brothers.
The Isley Brothers. All right. And it was even a bigger hit with this group.
Right on.
Who?
Oh, you said, I don't know who else. I just said Isley Brothers.
Okay.
All right. Thanks
I
a lot.
appreciate that. Isley Brothers did it in 1962. Yep.
Right.
But the original group to do it was the Top Notes. Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
And the Beatles.
The Beatles redid that?
Shake it up, baby. Now shake it up.
Sure did. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Baby now. All right.
Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
I got the answer.
What's the answer?
The Beatles.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. The Beatles. Yep.
All
Okay.
right, where's my prize?
You get a full hand of Twix. We got candy up front.
Actually, no. He has a gift certificate for A&J Liquors.
That's it. Know your history.
You got a gift certificate for A&J Liquors.
I'll be right over.
That cat hung up. He on his way.
He on his way from A&J Liquors. We do have. All right.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
This Sam Cooke song, You Send Me, was covered by this jazz artist who just recently died.
You send me, darling, you do, darling, you do, darling, you do.
Just died. Just died.
Man, so many people from the music industry just passed.
Yeah.
Jazz artists who just passed away that covered You Send Me. Darling, You Send Me.
Played this iPhone.
He played, War Airs. Yeah. See, but you know what? In reality, we don't think of him as a jazz artist, even though he played.
Really?
Yeah, his music is an R&B.
What R&B
genre?
Some of his
Spotlight,
hits.
Every morning in the sunshine.
Okay.
all of that fall.
I mean, it was popular, but it was
that
even You Send Me is a real jazzy rendition of the Sam Cooke song.
But do it fall in the jazz category, or is it under the R&B?
When you listen to it, if you
well,
pull
yeah,
it up,
if you listen to
yeah,
it, it
it's
might
jazz.
sound like jazz.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
God, where's okay? This Roberta Flack song was covered by the Fugees.
Killing Me Softly. That's a easy one.
You knew that one, Byron?
Yeah, I knew that one.
Okay.
You knew that.
Anybody know about Troop?
I do.
Okay.
Spread my wings
and fly.
That was my joint, man.
Troop covered this song, originally recorded by the Jackson 5. As a matter of fact, with this song, it's more identified with Troop than it is the Jackson 5, because for the Jackson 5, it was a B-side of, I think, Dancing Machine.
Oh, girl, tonight. No, or is that Ready for the World?
Bring down the drip. I'm trying to make sure I do it in the right key. All I do
is think of you
day and night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't get you off my mind.
Doc. That was the, yeah, that's the In Love song.
All right. So just so we do a, because there'll be a test on it tomorrow. Seals and Crofts song that was covered by the Isley Brothers was Summer Breeze. The Brenda Russell song covered by Luther Vandross, If Only for One Night. The Lionel Richie song covered by Kenny Rogers, Lady. The Dolly Parton song covered by Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. The Niles Rodgers Bernard Edwards song that was used because they stole the whole song by Sugar Hill Gang, Good Times. The Roberta Flack song covered by the Fugees was Killing Softly. The Stevie Wonder song used by Coolio, Gangster's Paradise, Fool's Paradise was the song. Twist and Shout was covered by these three artists: The Top Notes, the Isley Brothers, and the Beatles. The Smokey Robinson song that was covered by the Jackson 5, Who's Loving You? The Linda Creed, Tom Bell song that was covered by both the Stylistics and Phyllis Hyman, Bet You by Golly Wow. Troop covered this song, originally recorded by the Jackson 5, All I Do Is Think of You. The Sam Cooke song, You Send Me, was covered by this jazz artist, Roy Ayers. Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn recorded this Marvin Gaye song, If This World Was Mine. All right, those are song covers. It'll be on the test tomorrow. Hopefully y'all wrote it down. These are the songs. When I get back, I came up on an article that says 23 things we no longer do in school. Kids don't do in school anymore. So when we get back, again, the phone lines open, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. Welcome back to Community Voice, and we have on the line with us Mr. Alan Payne. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Good, man. I know it's early. How you doing this morning?
Oh man, I'm a little under the weather, but
Okay.
It's nice to be here.
And you're starring in the stage play Jason Lyric, where you reprising your role that you did in the movie, correct?
Yes.
We were just sitting here, man, really a great admirer of the work that you do. What does it feel like to be able to go back and do a role that you did in a film, and then kind of, usually it would be it's done on stage, that it's made in a movie, but in this case, does the movie go into the stage? How does the familiarity you have with that role really helps bring out the flavor of this play?
I guess it has a lot to do with it, but it's a little excuse me, it's a little different. Because it's on the stage, certainly. When you're shooting a film, it's about the emotion, the camera's up on you, it's where you are in that moment. And on the stage, there are several different things happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're able to edit in a film, you're not stage is live, right?
Oh yeah, well that's always stage, you got to bring it, you got to be focused,
What attracted you to acting?
My cousin introduced me to acting as a young man, and because my mother asked him to help me out, so I didn't get lost.
Okay. We sit here, we were just talking off air, and we were just talking about some of the memorable roles. I think one of the symbiotic, iconic films is New Jack City. And then we also talked about the work that you did in Vampire in Brooklyn. And then, one of our favorites around here is CB4. It is this. Hey, and just a question. So did NWA, because Ice Cube and Eazy was in the movie, were they part of putting together that film?
No, they didn't put it together, but they lend their personalities to come, and them, Halle Berry, Shaquille O'Neal, they all, because they were really celebrities talking about, who CB4 actually was, like we were the biggest, hottest group.
Yeah, it was kind of based on that's Chris Elliott, right? Based on I'm trying to think of the movie. This is God, I can't think of the movie now.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap, right? The rockumentaries, yeah, the rapamentary. I was talking with the Victoria Rao, and she was talking about the dynamics of the story in terms of just how Black families try to hold it together. How would you describe this story?
It's tough because it is reminiscent of a lot of Black families. In my personal opinion, I think we struggle because we don't really have a real historical context about who we are, where we've been, and who these people are, And once you understand those things, you realize that this is your journey, and the inclusivity of your journey. You can get it together by being included as an American, but the point of that is that you'll always be subjected to whatever subservience they're dealing with at the time, as in right in this very moment,
Yeah. Look, man, I know you're under the weather, and man, I appreciate you calling in, but I know, your voice is your currency, right? And so again, we appreciate you taking a few moments with us. I know you want to get some rest because you guys are in Chicago. You're on your way up to Milwaukee, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll let you do that, man. I'm an admirer of your work. you know, it goes back, and you know, you always had those generational things that you experience. And movies are always part. We always talk about the music soundtrack, but then also what movies were going on when you came to a certain point in your life. And so there were several movies you did, but certainly New Jack City, which was just an incredible movie, well made, plot line, the whole piece, man. And so we appreciate you, man. Mr. Alan Payne, he's the star of Jason Lyric, which will be this evening at 7:30 at the Miller Highlight Theater downtown. Tickets are still available. Hey, man, take care of yourself.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Yeah. I know that's like, man, you trying to do that and the travel, so just get us rest, man, so we'll be able to perform. And I understand it's their music, there's dancing.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it, man.
Yeah, but all right, got a caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Were you still asking questions about the things that we don't do in school anymore?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to bring that up. Yeah, do you have something you want to add to that list?
I don't know what part of the list you started, but my thing was cursive writing.
Cursive writing. I just see that they just did a bill though. That they want to bring cursive back. Yeah. I'm not a fan of cursive writing. Are you?
I am. I think it's a lost art.
It is.
Because of computers and technology, our young people don't know how to even sign their names. Most documents require a signature, not text.
But it used to be, though, that, you know, back in the day, for those of us, especially those of us descendants of African slaves, you just marked an X because you couldn't write.
Yeah.
Hello?
It's very true, but when you learned how to write, you learned how to do it really well.
Yep. All right. So here's something.
They pay people to do cursive writing. They pay people to read cursive writing now.
Yeah, which is real interesting because, you know, when I worked at the Department of Health and Human Services, one of the issues was, would we recognize electronic signatures? And there was a lot of back and forth on electronic signatures. But because we're so dependent now on the internet, right, and digital things, that a lot of our signatures are digital, and you can do cursive. I think you got me. Turn your radio down because
I did.
Okay. All right. So let's start off number one. See if you remember this. Dress codes prohibiting girls from wearing pants. Were you allowed?
No.
You weren't allowed.
I was allowed to wear pants.
You were allowed to wear pants. I could tell people that when I was at Parkman, Thursday was pants day. And when I got to Dominican, there were no pants for girls. Corporal punishment.
Corporal punishment. I do. You got to paddle. Touch your toes.
You're a girl.
Hey, what is it?
Wow. Okay. Reciting the Pledge of Allegiance daily.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yes.
That you did that when you were in school?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But you know what? Also, I'm coming from a different state. When I came here in 6th grade, some things they did, some things they didn't. We learned how to fold a flag. You put the flag down from the flagpole, and you learn how to fold the flag. They didn't do that here in Wisconsin.
What was the one thing that should never happen with that flag?
Drop it? Was it drop it or something like that?
Yeah, you don't drop it.
Yeah.
Can't touch
the ground.
Yep. Hair length rule for boys, not allowing long hair.
I'll be kicked out.
I know. When
I don't recall that one.
Yeah, I know. When I played high school, we had a haircut rule. It got kind of controversial because we were doing bush, afros.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How about this one? Mandatory home economics and shop class.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Yes. And
I remember that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's how I
learned.
learned.
On the east side, so I had to rotate from one school to the other.
Well, the fascinating thing was, I think when I got into the 8th grade, boys could take home ec,
ec,
and
yeah.
girls could go to shop.
Yep.
Prior to that, it was boys in shop,
Yep,
girls are
in
in home ec.
Yeah.
That's because the boys wanted to hang out and cook because that's where the girls were.
That's where I learned how to make my first omelet.
Okay. Oh, you were in home ec?
Yeah, I was in home ec.
Did you make some clothes?
No, but I made a mean omelet, Jack. Woo! Listen here.
What was that? Buttermilk? What was the pattern people?
Oh,
was it
McCall?
Which one?
McCall.
Yeah.
Okay. Silent lunch periods.
No.
No. I had A, B, and C lunch.
This is the one that freaked me out. This started happening in the 80s. There were no backpacks allowed in classrooms.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You just carried your books, and then you got a book bag.
Yeah, I had a book bag,
that is.
but I also had one that I sold.
Me too.
So
Don't
when
feel
you
bad.
sold it, you can carry it.
Don't feel bad. Me too.
I could always tell you where the teachers' lounge was for this reason: smoking areas for students and teachers.
Oh yeah.
Now at Dominican, we weren't allowed to smoke within a square block of the school.
I mean, we couldn't even go into the teacher's
But
lounge.
the only reason I knew about the teacher's lounge was that's where Mr. Carr took me to administer corporal punishment. So I knew a whole lot about the teacher's lounge. Because the damage he was doing to me, he couldn't have me witnesses, so he would take me there. But I didn't know there was a smoking area for students. I know the teachers did, but I didn't know that there was a smoking area for students. And we had some at Dominican. It's still there, called the concourses, this long hallway that abuts the auditorium that leads out to Silver Spring. And we got out of school at 2:20. From 2:21 to about 2:38, it looked like Mount Sinai was so much smoke out there, students out there smoking. And then Mr. Bangs would come at 2:38. All it was smoke. Wasn't a student there, just smoke.
Now
and
you
then,
know,
of course, smoking in bathrooms.
Now you know what they don't do anymore. They used to let us leave for lunchtime, so you could leave and go to like Wendy's and Burger King.
Lunch. We had closed lunch.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Did you have closed lunch hour? Hello, caller? I guess we lost.
She had a closed phone call.
Yeah, we had closed lunch hours.
Wow.
All right. I really get ready to take y'all back now. Have you cooled off yet, man?
Well, yeah, I actually did that. I was on fire.
No, because that is.
Yeah, you can turn it off.
Turn it off, man. That's
because it was.
You messing with the pipes, man.
Man, it was feeling like brimstone in here, man. It was.
That's just you, man.
It burns. It burns. It felt like Route 45 on my face.
That's just your aftershave, man. Okay. Caller, welcome to the program.
I get disconnected.
Okay. Gym uniforms were strictly enforced.
No.
Yeah, no, that one.
I'm not trying to put your age out there.
They weren't strictly enforced. They
did you
asked that we put them on, but you know.
Did you have the one-piece
We
gym
had
suit?
open lunch hour though.
You had open lunch?
Yeah, we had open lunch.
Did you have the one-piece blue gym suit?
Oh no.
No, we had track shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, so you're a little bit later then.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a few years under you, but I went to Tech.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, at Parkman we did have a gym uniform. It was white shorts with black and gold stripes and a panther on the front left leg, and you also then had the matching white T-shirt. That was the Parkman, and the girls were still in the blue one-piece
But
gym
you
suit.
actually went to a junior high school.
Yep.
I went to a elementary school that went to 8th grade, so I went straight from 8th grade to Tech.
Oh, to high school, yeah.
Okay, single gender clubs and sports teams.
No, because I remember.
No,
co-ed.
that's not applicable.
Yeah.
It was co-ed.
North Division had the Booster Boys.
Really?
Yeah, they had the Booster Boys. And of course, it is rare that you would have integrated sports teams.
Yeah.
You know, girls play with girls, boys play with boys. I can remember going to Nashville, and in the state of Tennessee, they played 6-woman basketball because they didn't think women had the stamina to get up and down the court.
Yeah.
So you had 3 on defense, 3 on offense. They never crossed half court. I'd never seen that
So it was
before.
like hockey.
Yeah,
when they
almost like a
subbed
line.
it out.
No, you play on this side of the court.
So it was 3 on this side and 3 on this
Right,
side.
they played half court because they couldn't run, allegedly.
So both teams had 3 on this side.
Yeah,
and
3 on defense, 3 on offense.
Oh my God.
Yep, it was interesting. Harsh dress code for band shirts and rebellious clothing. Oh, I never knew about this one. Detention for being late to class.
Yes.
Study hall, boy. They used to throw me in study hall.
Study hall. You're either in study hall or you went to the library.
Yeah.
Now, study hall was always interesting to me because nobody ever studied in study hall.
Absolutely not.
Study it in study hall.
Ever, Doc. We were sleeping and all type of stuff.
Oh man, and then when you got sent to study hall, depending on when you got sent,
Oh yeah.
and there was a Mr. Donaldson. Boy, people remember Mr. Donaldson. That was the study hall teacher. I don't know if Mr. Donaldson ever taught a class at Park, but I know he had study hall.
See, you know what I used to hate? I used to hate them when they used to keep you after school and then they put you in like the study hall room and you could stay there for like an
I
hour,
don't think you
and a
can
half.
keep kids after school now.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
I don't think you can keep kids after school.
Yeah, because
now.
they used to purposely keep me.
Yeah, you. Yeah. Okay. No eating or drinking in class.
Yeah, Doc. I used to get in trouble a lot with that.
Really?
It was a rule, but it never worked.
See, because I used to have that plastic bag. We'll poke a hole in the bottom with Kool-Aid in it, and we'll just we'll have that bag, and we pouring the Kool-Aid in our hands, licking our hands and mouth was red and all. Yeah, man, we got in trouble.
Well, I tell you what got me to stop eating candy in class.
What's that?
Miss Jean Bell, and I was eating candy. She caught me eating candy, which was really amazing because I wasn't that big of a candy guy. But that day I decided to eat candy. She said, "You see that plant in the back there?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Put the candy in your hand," my right hand. She asked me, was I right-handed or left-handed? I said, right-handed. She said, "All right, go take the dirt, take some of that dirt and put it in your hand with the candy. And then, wait a minute, I had to take a test." And she said, "There better not be any dirt on that paper."
Wait, so if you right-handed and the candy's in your right hand
and the dirt.
So you don't want me to take the test?
Oh, I took the test and no dirt got on that paper.
Oh, you cold, Jack.
That's why I hate cursive. All right.
Oh, you's a cold dude.
Library behavior rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, quiet.
Yeah, don't shush me.
But you could also do detention in the library.
You know what? That would not be detention for me. Like, send me to the library. Yeah, send me to the library.
To get your pink slip signed.
Yeah, man, I'm in there with books. You sending me to my first love.
I'll tell you what they don't do anymore. 72s.
That is a pink slip.
That is the pink slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a pink slip on the 72.
It was a pink slip.
Yeah, it was a pink slip on the 72, yeah.
Only one 72 ever got home.
Doc,
I used to forge my mama's name on those 72s.
72s, boy.
72s, but you had 72 hours to resolve.
I don't know. I
whatever.
never knew, but I used to get them. I had a whole book bag full of them joints that never
had
made
a
it.
Teacher, oh my God, Miss Golden. And Miss Golden, she was at Metropolitan. She knew me from Metropolitan. So her two threats for me.
I'm going to tell your mom.
Keith Paris, I'm going to tell your mama. They called my mama's name, which was like, I'm going to tell Cliffy how you were acting in class. But my other one was, I'm going to give you 15 U's.
Oh, the U's, Doc. Oh, yeah.
Like, can you even fit 15 U's on a report card?
Those U's.
Oh, man. But behavior rules, I love the library. I love the library, man. If you sent me at Parkman from homeroom, you could actually go to the library. And I got a library pass every day. I got a lot because a couple of things that was happening. That's where the smart girls hung out.
Oh, yeah.
In the library, and there were books. All right, dude. Thank you. I got another caller. Appreciate you. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's happening?
Say, man, here It makes sure the kids learn how to cursive writing.
Yeah.
Because they believe you, like anything you do, you still have to sign your name, even like through PDF. You still have to sign your
That's
name.
a whole
with
lot of
cursive
work
writing.
just to teach me how to sign my name. I don't need to do
Yeah,
everything
but-
in cursive.
Yeah, but they do. They do everything in cursive, man. Like especially if they're doing like a particular project, they want it in cursive.
See, but you know,
And you gotta sign your name for certain checks still.
But you know what I found out, man. And to be honest, when people sign their names and it's supposed to be in cursive, it's not really in cursive. It's really scribbled. Just
But there was never anything. However you did your signature is how you did your signature.
Exactly.
So if you printed your signature, that was your signature.
Yeah.
You know, signature
Yeah.
is unique to each person, right?
Yeah.
We all got our own handwriting style,
Yeah.
dexterity, all those things that go in. So look, if we're worried about people signing their names, just do a whole session on signatures. But to say, look, it's like the King James version of the Bible, right? I mean, we don't even use that language anymore. You know, and hell,
and I don't. And they teach math different.
Yeah. Same results, but they teach it different. Yeah.
I was like, how did they do that? And I was like, it's way different. Like we learned a different type of way.
Okay. No electronic devices, Walkman or calculators. Now it's phones. And I said that
they got
there's
all that in one because you said they carry all that.
Yeah, and then they had one. I think there is something out in Waukesha, one of the places where they want to ban the Apple Watches.
Why?
Why?
Because it's like your phone. You still.
Oh yeah, because they just tell them all answers.
Yep. Well, that and it's still your phone. Okay.
Well, now I told you I got the glasses. All you do is ask Meta.
Yeah.
It'll tell you.
Yeah.
No gum chewing anywhere.
Man, no good. You know that goes with too. You don't see a lot of people smoking cigarettes anymore too, and the people who chew gum a lot smoke cigarettes.
Well, you know what the reason why we don't see smoking is they've done a very good job.
It costs too much.
That too. But what I'm saying is that for our generation, you know, one of the rites of passages was smoking, right? Smoking made you look older. Smoking made you look mature. So people wanted to smoke. These kids have been so programmed to be anti-tobacco, anti-smoking that
but they more anti-pills now.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
they love pills. They love pills, man.
Pills.
They ain't doing the cigarette no more. They doing the pills, the hard pills.
Okay, well, look, every generation figured out how to alter consciousness. We call it getting high.
Either way.
Hey, before I let you go, Russell Wilson just took a flight to Cleveland.
I think he gonna sign with him.
Well, they just re-signed Garrett, so
yeah, I think he gonna sign with him.
Well, I think he'd be happy to be any place.
Stupid for trying to get Aaron Rodgers old ass.
Well, the reason why they go on that or Aaron Rodgers is looking at that is because if he went to the Giants could still draft his successor. And he don't want to look over his shoulders like he was doing in Green Bay and everything like that. So Pittsburgh, when they draft later in the draft. So
they did. Russell did good with them last year. Now you finna get an old dude who ain't finna do nothing.
Yeah,
Russell ain't old.
No, he ain't.
Russell's way better than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can't even get hit, dude. He don't even get hit in the preseason, dude.
I don't know.
And he got to play Ravens twice this year. If he played them, he can't take that.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes you just got to know when to fold them.
Well, he need to fold them.
Know when to hold them.
Right. You just got to know. Like, I was watching a documentary on rivalries in Hollywood, and they were talking about Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. And they were interviewing, I appreciate you, man. They were interviewing an actress, and she said something that is so true. She said, you know, I never thought that Betty Davis or Joan Crawford would get old. And then she said they never thought they would get old. And then you look up one day and you're old. You know, and how people, we don't value, especially for actresses, you know, they don't get the same currency that older male actors get in terms of Arnold Schwarzenegger is still doing action movies. How's Arnold Schwarzenegger? 83? Are you doing action movies and you old?
Yeah.
You know, and I know he's one of the greatest actors of all time, but even Denzel Washington doing those equalizers. You know, I don't know how much of that is the stunt man and how much is him. All right, you're listening to Community Voice. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
FM with your host, Keith Harris.
All right, welcome back to Community Voice. We're going to be wrapping up a little bit early today. I need to get downtown for the Urban League Luncheon. As you know, we'll be broadcasting live. We'll be doing interviews there from the luncheon there by the Milwaukee Urban League. So I need to go down and look like I'm important.
Oh,
and
man.
you are just the guy on the radio. So we think a couple of things. Something that we don't see anymore, and I know when the sister called in, she said that she went to Tech. There in public schools, there used to be, and I use this term, gender segregation. And so what that meant was you had boys tech. There was no girls school here. It was just boys tech. My mom said that Wells used to be the girls school, but boys tech.
Boys Wells.
Wells Street, down where the rescue mission is
Oh.
now. That's what my mom said back in the day. But yeah, you did have, and in parochial schools until recently, and you still do have a couple of all girls schools here. Marquette is still all boys. Divine Savior Holy Angels is all girls, and St. John's is still all girls. But certainly in the Catholic school system, there were boys schools, girls schools. When I was, it would have been, Thomas More started off as all boys.
Really?
Yeah, it was two schools that combined to form Thomas More, and I think they're co-ed now, right? But Thomas More, and a lot of why you're seeing a lot of these co-ed Catholic high schools is just the cost. It just made sense to merge those schools. There were schools. There's a school. These two schools are near Capitol Hill. I think they're still there. Gonzaga and Notre Dame Academy ended up coming together in D.C. I remember that. I want to, we were talking with Antonio Freeman from Baltimore, and I wonder, there were two schools there. One was Western, and there was another one. And when, I can't think of the girls' school, but when Antonio Freeman was in high school, his mom and sent him there because it was just academically just girls' high school in Philly, boys' high school downtown Philly. Fred Carter is a graduate of boys' high school. No, he's a graduate of Ben Franklin in Philly. So yeah, that whole segregation. I remember as a college recruiter, and I was college recruited as a Catholic in Catholic college, so primarily went to Catholic schools, and that was always the thing. Let me let you know that Christian Cooper will be at the Milwaukee Public Library. It presents an evening with the author Christian Cooper. It'll be 6:30 to 7:30 at Centennial Hall. The author of the book Better Living Through Birding. And this was the guy where we first got introduced to Karen. Remember, she in New York, he was in Central Park. She said he was a threat. He was the bird watcher there, and it turned into a whole thing. And so he's also doing a book signing. So Mr. Christian Cooper, he'll be at Central Library downtown, an evening with the author Christian Cooper from 6:30 to 7:30 Centennial Hall, and his book Better Living Through Birding, which is for all those folks who are into bird watching. But this young man who was out just bird watching, it turned into something else, where you had a Karen who felt like she was threatened. I think she said he had threatened her dog or something. They were in Central Park. Let me thank Miss Victoria Rao. Let me thank Mr. Alan Payne. Byron, thank you. Jermaine, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Listeners, we thank you. Hey, the good Lord willing, creek don't rise. I hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.